The girl, full of energy, burst into her playroom, ready for a new adventure. Hour of blocks she had started. "I'll finish this super fast," she declared. Without pausing to think, she grabbed a block and quickly placed it on top, not noticing it was crooked. Crash! The tower tumbled down. She sighed, a little frustrated that her speedy building didn't work out. Next, she wanted to draw a soaring bird. She grabbed a crayon and began to scribble, eager to finish quickly. She held up her drawing, but it was just a whirlwind of lines. It didn't look much like a bird at all. Later, she saw a bright red flower in a pot. "Oh, pretty!" she exclaimed, reaching out to pick it without a thought. The pretty flower drooped in her hand. She felt a tiny sadness, realizing it wouldn't last long now. Then, she tried to fit a tricky puzzle piece. She pushed and wiggled, trying to force it into the wrong spot. The piece still wouldn't fit. No matter how hard she pushed, she felt a little stubborn and impatient. She paused, looking around at the scattered blocks, the scribbled drawing, and the wilting flower. Something felt a little off. She sat by the window, watching a tiny snail slowly inch across a leaf. Every movement was careful and deliberate. "The snail takes its time," she thought. "It really thinks about where it's going." She looked at her own busy hands, then at a half-finished craft. Maybe slowing down could help her too. With a new idea, she picked up a tiny, colorful bead for her bracelet. This time, she held it ever so gently. She carefully threaded the bead onto the string, focusing on each small movement. It was a new, calm way to create. She held up the string, admiring the beads she had placed. She thought about the next color, planning her pattern. Finally, she tied the last knot on a beautiful, intricate bracelet. A quiet smile spread across her face. She returned to her blocks, but this time, she knelt down. She carefully chose each block, checking its size and shape. Slowly and steadily, she stacked the blocks, making sure each one was perfectly balanced before adding the next. Her block tower stood tall and strong. She stepped back, proud of her careful and thoughtful building. At her art table, she started a new drawing. With a pencil, she softly sketched the outlines, taking her time with each line. Then, she carefully colored, choosing her crayons with thought and staying neatly inside the lines. It was a joyful process. Her new drawing was vibrant and clear, just as she imagined. She felt so happy with her patient work. She tidied her playroom, gently putting each toy in its special place. She hummed a little tune, enjoying the order. Her playroom was neat and cozy, bathed in sunlight. She looked around, feeling calm and content in her tidy space. She even arranged her colorful blocks into a beautiful pattern on the floor, creating a little sculpture of thoughtfulness. Sitting beside her creation, she felt a deep sense of peace. Thoughtfulness helped her make such wonderful things. She gazed out the window at the warm setting sun, a quiet, knowing smile on her face. Her day was full of gentle joys. She closed her eyes for a moment, feeling the peace within her. Taking time to think made everything better. The girl sat happily in her room, surrounded by all the beautiful things she had created and organized with care. She looked at her reflection in the window, her eyes bright and thoughtful. Being thoughtful made her world feel wonderful.